everyone. I'm Roshni Banjari, and today we're going to do an interview with our students. They have cleared SAP. The profile is scholar with the SAP, and it's a very interesting and a very important profile. And this is for 2021 batch. Okay, so they have finished the rounds and they've got selected. So we have Danush and Madhvi with us. So congratulations both of you and welcome today.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, Madhvi, we'll start from you. Just quickly introduce yourself, which branch you are from, and if you can explain what is this, what are the eligibility, and what is this whole profile about.
Okay, my name is Madhvi Swarna. I'm from computer CS, computer science background, and the eligibility for the SAP is like you need to have 7 CGPA and above in BA. So and in 10th you need to have 60% above. So that's the starting eligibility, and there are totally 4 rounds to clear. So the first one will be a coding online test, which has coding questions, and the second, and there are 2 technical rounds, and finally there is the HR round.
Okay. So, Danush, could you explain a little bit what were the rounds? You know, the online test. What was asked?
Sure, ma'am. So I'm Dhanush. I'm from computer science background. So when I talk about the first round, that was like we had 17 questions. Out of that, 15 were the MCQs and 2 were the coding rounds. And it is important to stress out that the coding questions are very important because they will have the maximum marks. They will carry the maximum marks. So, and the questions were not so difficult. The first question was easier. It was to sort the date, time, and year. And the second question went little difficult, but you can actually prepare in Geek for Geeks. Such questions were available and HackerRank also. So in these platforms, you can learn those questions because the same type of questions were asked. So we were practicing with that, and it was very much helpful to do the coding round. And then I went to the MCQ part, and in the MCQ part also, there were some small, simple questions which everyone can answer, and some difficult questions also. But most of them were medium level, so that we have to think and answer it.
Okay. I just want to ask both of them. I mean, what was there? Do you remember in the MCQ what was asked?
Not sure. I
And
don't remember any.
but
What was it?
yeah, but I can say that the concept was more from data structures, and it was
Data
like
structure.
graph, tree graph, and finding the height of the tree, something like that. So, which we studied actually, which we studied in our curriculum. It will come for the test.
All right. So it was not this aptitude, it was all technical. The first one was
Yes,
technical.
yes,
Yeah, it was technical, and some were related to object-oriented programming also. There were questions based on that as well.
Okay. And so after the first round, what was it? You know, we had this online aptitude. So then the second round was?
This, the second round was a technical coding challenge interview.
Uh-huh.
So they started off with the DBMS query, which is an SQL query, and then it was a coding challenge. So we had to solve DBMS query based on the question that was given, and then there was a Python question that was asked. So they'll ask you to code in the preferred language which you would like.
Okay. So
So I chose Python.
what was the choice of language that they had given?
Or it could be Python, Java, or basically any of your choice, whichever coding language that you prefer. But it's better to prefer like Python and Java instead of basic C, I guess.
Okay. And Dhanush, how was it? I mean, anything to add on to this? How was it? Same type of question?
yeah. No, no. Actually, it was. I thought the first round will be easier because they will be looking at the basic stuff. But what happened for me is, I they the same thing like Madhavi. They asked me to choose the language, And I told Python because Python is a very easier language. And what happened next was like he told, why all of you are taking Python? Why can't you try different? And that was quite challenging for me. And I told okay. And then he told me to take C. I told okay, I will try my best. And in C also he came to the data structure, and I got a little nervous. And he's coming to the data structures, but I had little hold on it. Now in the data structure he came to linked list again, which is the core part. And in the linked list he asked a question that is to find nth largest number using linked list. Okay. And the time limit was 30 minutes for the interview, and he told you have to finish this within 15 minutes. And I was shocked, but still I was like, okay. So I told my logic to him that we were given the platform was HackerRank. So there we had two interfaces. That one is a whiteboard, and one more is the coding part. And in a whiteboard, I showed him how I'm gonna solve that problem. But what happened was I told him that I will sort the linked list and then solve it. But he denied that, and he told without sorting the linked list, you have to find the nth largest number. And I was thinking for a while, and I told, let me start to code. I want to say this because in class or in the lab, we will be doing that linked list in 3 hours, insertion, deletion, and all. In the lab, we will be doing it for 3 hours. Here, the question was not only to insert, delete, it was to find the nth largest number. That was the main thing, and I had to finish it within 15 minutes. That was a challenge. And I told him that first I will create the linked list and I will traverse. I created the linked list and it took me 10 minutes. In that 10 minutes, he was stressing me that why you're so slow, you have to do it very fast. I was thinking that, okay, I had some negative feedback from him, like what he's expecting from me. And then what happened was, and he was like, oh, okay, now start with your code. And I told, next I started with my coding part, that is for nth largest number. I started with array and different data structures. I tried to solve it. Then he told, it's time up, stop it. Okay, now I have to ask some other questions. And then he asked a question about my project, that is mini project. What was my role in that? What I did, and what I'm good at. And I told machine learning, and I know this stuff. Then he stopped it, and I had a negative feedback that I will not be selected. But when I got to know that I got selected for the next round, the first thing happened was my confidence level was boosted, because they will not only see whether you can solve the problem, they will see your confidence level. That is how you're gonna solve it, whether you can do it. Because I created the linked list within 10 minutes. Later I was like, can I do it? Because it is very much difficult to do that in that stress, because he stressed me out. And it's okay guys if you can't do the problems, but it is very much important to try it. Just try it, give a try. You can just give a try and go on, and they will help you out in the next round. That's what happened for me in the first round.
Yes.
All this was there in the second round, is it? All this is the second round itself.
Yes, ma'am. This is in the second round itself.
Yeah, anything
Actually, yeah, it was kind of the same, but like with they mainly look at the approach that you put forth. Like so basically, even you should know, even if you go wrong, you should know where you went wrong, so you can explain it out and clearly state what is your thinking process. So for me, like the SQL query, so I was a little bit confused about the syntax of it. So he, after typing it down in this thing, and he asked me, will this work? So I knew that it won't work, because I knew there was an error in the middle. So I explained it to him, and he seemed satisfied with the answer, because I knew where I had gone wrong. So it's basically the approach that you give, and you have to explain everything, like what your thought process is when you code.
all right. So the interview is like the way we are talking now. It's like this only you do, and they're there sitting, and is it like that?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Okay. And so next is then what happened? I mean, what is the next round? They declare the result. It's like on the same day, or like you get the result after a few
On
days.
the same day, yeah. In the evening, they give us mail.
Then what is the third round?
The third round was a technical interview itself.
Okay. So what?
No, ma'am.
And
Actually, whatever happened till now, whatever I told, it is first round. I
Oh.
expected all of those in the second round, but for everyone, it happened for those linked list questions were there in the second round. But for me, I didn't expect also. And from the feedback also, I thought those questions will be asked, linked list questions will be asked in the second round. So I was like, I will be preparing for that next round. But unexpectedly, that was asked in the first round. In the second round, I got a puzzle, and I solved that puzzle. And the second round went well because he was impressed with me. Like I answered that question, and with the method, like I wrote that equation for the puzzle, and he told that yeah, that is the correct answer for it. And he asked some more questions about object oriented concepts, and he never asked data structures because I already answered it tried it in the first round. And some questions from Python also.
What sort of questions they ask? You said like they ask on this and that. So give me an example so that the viewers.
Yes. For the this one puzzle, I can say the puzzle. I know that. So the puzzle was we have to imagine that there will be 3 temples. Okay, so there is a pond in between. Okay, so one person will come. He will carry some flowers. So he will carry some flowers. When he will put that flower in the pond. That flowers will be double now. Okay, and from that doubled amount of flowers, he will put some flowers in temple 1. Okay, and he will be remained with some flowers. Then he will go to the pond again. He will put that flower back, and then it gets doubled. And he will do that for the second temple also. So he'll be remained with some more flowers, and he'll go back to the pond, and even that will be doubled. And finally, he will be having some flowers, and he will put it in the third temple. So now the rule is in all the 3 temples, he had put the same amount of flowers. I have to find how many flowers did he bring and how many flowers did he put in each temple.
So like this is something that you learn in engineering, or where do you learn all this?
Actually, I never knew about this question, ma'am, and I was thinking about that, and I solved using random numbers. Can it be 10 flowers, and I am keeping two flowers everywhere? And it was like hopeless because there are n number of tries I can give. And he asked me back what you're doing, and I told I'm trying with some random numbers. And he told it's not good to try with random numbers. Try something else. Then I told him like let me carry n flowers. And he told, yes, continue. That's the right way to answer. And I told, yeah, okay. And I will carry n flowers, and I will put it in the pond. That will become 2n. And from the 2n, I will keep k flowers to the temple 1. Oh, so what I have remained with is 2n minus k. So in the same way, I got 3 equations, and I solved those 3 equations, and I told this is the answer. And he was impressed with that.
Okay, great. Madhavi, anything like that for you?
I got the same question, ma'am. So when he was dictating the question, I did the same thing. I drew the 3 temples and a pond, and I did the same equations, and I solved it with the same equations. I didn't get the exact answer, but he liked the approach.
And the approach is more important than the right answer, right? So they want to know how you proceed, right? Okay. And one more thing I want to ask, okay, so what was the next round for you? Third round, or you're still stuck in the second round?
Yes.
This was the third round. The fourth round was the HR.
Okay, so what happened? You can just summarize what happened in all the rounds, if you have missed out anything, and then you can just let me know what happened in the HR finally.
Okay. The third round, they asked more the general questions on data structure and DBMS concepts like foreign key, left join, types of joins, and all that stuff. So that's then there is They started off with the puzzle. Then they asked how good are you with DBMS to rate yourself. So then they asked types of sorting. So they might even ask like, what's the best case, what's the worst case of a particular sort, types of search. All this they asked in the third round.
And in the HR,
And finally, HR, I thought it's going to be formal, but he kept it very casual, and it was nice. And he asked about our weakness, about a lot of general stuff. He asked.
like,
He asked, why do you want to do a half-time MTech and half earning? Like, why don't you go to a completely MTech into MTech instead of joining for this program? So I was like, firstly, I told him that I was not sure that I will go into MTech completely, but since I'm getting an opportunity to work earn as well as join study, so that is like a really good opportunity. So that's what I said. So yeah, he asked me about my weakness and all that stuff. So
what did you tell about
I don't remember what I said. It was I I kept it more like casual.
all right? Okay. So how long was the HR interview?
It was around 30 minutes, I guess. 30 minutes. Yeah.
How was it going to the other rounds, the third and the final round?
Yeah, ma'am. The second and third round will be mixed up because for me it was different. Because for Madhvi it was like in the second round they asked puzzle, I guess. For me it was in third round because they will shuffle it because I don't know how they are doing. But the questions are similar. They will ask the puzzle, they will ask the data structure questions and object-oriented concept. That will be in the technical round for sure. And in the final round, that is in HR, and he asked about me and how I will explain. Tell me something about yourself. That was the main question. Then the main one more question he asked was like, I have to imagine that I got an offer letter from SAP for a scholar at SAP. Now I will get one more offer letter from Microsoft, which is a higher package. And he asked where you will go, and I was like, okay. I told him that I will go first. I will compare what are the benefits I'm gonna get, where I can grow more, where I can learn more, and for the future, for my career, I will decide that company. But I will not name the company. I will not name whether it is SAP or Microsoft. I'll go for the company where I can learn more. So he was impressed by that answer and some more questions.
Yeah. And any, how long, any tips for the juniors or anyone who's watching, especially for the people in the third year or even in the final year, because all the interviews end up like this only, more or less. It's not like, oh, SAP is going to ask this and another company is going to ask something else. More or less, they ask the same things, right? So, any tip for people who are watching, how should they prepare? How should their approach be?
So the main thing is like first you have to be good at coding. Okay, that's what I feel because you should know at least one language perfectly because there you can say, for example, C. How I learned was like I will choose if there is any pointer arithmetics, I will go for C, object-oriented concept Java, for data science Python. You should be good at least one language. You should know one language and try to study in Geek for Geeks or Hacker Rank, Hacker Earth. There are different platforms. Go and study there and see Glassdoor also. Before going to interview, don't go directly. Just see what are the questions asked in the previous interviews, previous round, and just study that, and you'll be confident so that these questions may be asked. And also you can collect the feedback from your friends who went first, and also you'll get idea. But for my case it went wrong, and it may happen, but be ready for anything. And it's okay if you're not getting an offer, but try to find a weakness. The one thing I did in my interview was I told him to give my feedback. If I'm not selected for SAP, I need a feedback from the SAP that what are my strengths and weaknesses, so that I can correct it and I can attempt in the next round. So and those weaknesses will be my strength for the next interview. And also HR told that that is a good aspect because even he was doing the same thing. He was collecting the feedback, how we are telling about SAP and what are the environment and all. And so that connects the people like HR, because we are doing the same thing, right? Even they are collecting the feedback, even we want the feedback. So it's kind of a relation. So there you will maintain the flow.
All right. Madhavi, anything to add on?
Yes, ma'am. Firstly, you should know even like the basic concepts that are taught in our college itself. That's very important. So it's better to maintain a good notes as well. So because in DBMS that helped me a lot. We had a good notes, and so I could just like brush up on the main concept. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos, tutorials on it. So that helps a lot. So you have to do your research before like you get into the interview part. So it's better to know about the company as well. So
Okay.
yeah.
Any videos that you would recommend, technical videos, channels which people could actually get some benefit? Because
I used a Leet Code for coding.
what?
Ma'am. That helped me a lot. Leet Code.
Could you spell it?
LEETCOD.
Okay, so that is good for coding, is it?
Yes, ma'am. It helped me a lot in this round.
So both Dhanush and Madhvi, thank you very much, and we wish you all the very best. So do well, and it's bye from all of us till we meet again. It's bye.